Everybody, good morning. Nikki, Dave, Laura, Jeremy, Steven, Diana, Rob. Welcome, everybody. I want to thank everybody for being here and subscribe. There's nobody on the stream right now. I'd have a hard time doing this. All right. It's your support, your financial support that allows me to keep doing this, allowing me to do this. It's all the things and participate in the community right here. As you can see, still cranked up to fear, still pretty high, even though we've been pushing higher in the market. We pushed through the danger zone, but everybody's still pretty fearful. So the market tends to do this, and two people kind of agreed that I was perma-contrarian. I kind of go against the main grain, if you will. So I tend to not follow the crowd, tend to beat my own path. It's kind of, why do I have a crazy beard? I tend to not do what anybody else is doing. It's just kind of the way I am. I don't know. It's the cloth I was cut from, I guess. So, if that's not for you, I'm sorry. That's, I feel like I offer something for everybody, or potentially something for everybody, but not everybody's going to find value in what I do. I understand that. I learned that a long, long time ago. And it's kind of like scouting. Scouting can be for everybody, but not everybody jives with that kind of thing that we do in scouting. And I spend a lot of my time and effort, Scout's honor. I'm an Eagle Scout. I try to be honest and help people at all times, but not everybody wants help. At least not the same way. I'm kind of a little bit of a school of hard knocks kind of helper. And so I go against the crowd. And when the crowd's on fear, I'm kind of over here. And when we get over here, I'm going to be back over here being cautious again. Don't let my warnings to be cautious mean I'm bearish. All right. Usually I'm playing it long, but I'm trying to be very conservative on the longs. I've been long all the way through this dip. I was long. I did took a pretty massive hit. I got liquidated, forced closed by a broker and got a margin call, and it was a whole stupid thing, and the trade would be max profit. I would have made some ridiculous amounts of money. But instead, it turned into a $10,000 loss. And not cool. Not cool with me. Anyway, so there you go. The market's fearful. And I'm probably perma-contrarian. That's what I would say. Perma-contrarian. Whatever the main consensus is for the market, I'm probably looking at the opposite side. Where can the market be wrong? So there you go. There you go. Hopefully I jive with everybody. If I don't, that's cool. I know I'm not for everybody. So if I was for everybody, I'd have hundreds of thousands of viewers right now. But this trade right here, oh my gosh, I am so excited about the potential here. If you're new here, you may not even know what the heck I have pulled up. This is SI Sierra India 1 exclamation point silver futures here. Look at that beautiful, beautiful bounce off of that. Rocking and rolling. If we can get through this zone right here, look at that consolidation. Get through this zone. Rocking and rolling, baby. This can go pretty quickly. I was discussing with Rongamer last night. He's like, well, you always say 3 to 5 times the correction length. Yeah, that's true. I mean, 3 times at the minimum is kind of like if you're going to buy some options. But silver has this habit. We don't even have to go back far. Look at this. You see this move right here? Draw with red. Look at this. Right there. Look at that. Has this habit of getting really spicy really quickly. Look at that one. Look at that one. When it goes on a tear, it doesn't mince candles, I guess you might say. It doesn't say words, so it's not going to mince words. But look at these. Look at these candles. Like every time it goes up, the down tends to be kind of a grind down. We kind of, sometimes we'll grind up, but then we rip. So this is one of those, you got to be careful. trying to, you know, I did play out to November. So for those of you that were in Term Market Trading Lab, you watch me do this. And I'm out to November. And if you're not in Term Market Trading Lab, well, might be a reason to join that. So a way you could play, an alternate way you could play. Let's just clear this chart up. Got this high, got this low, fairly simply. Got 30, 31, 32, possibly even up here. If we can really get spicy in that silver futures chart, this could come up here pretty quickly to that 30, 35 area. 32.84, that'd be a pretty optimistic upside right there. And this can, look at those gaps right there. If we just, look, all we had to do, if we just did that move off the breakout. Could we do it? Well, it's possible, right? Everything's possible. So make sure you hang out to the end. I've got some bonus trades. These may be the 2 best bonus trades I've got in the whole database. That finally set up and kicked off an entry. So stick around. We'll cover those near the end. Morning, Wrongamer. Just going over silver, and like we were talking about last evening. So there you go. All it would take, that move right off of here, right off the breakout. Look at that. And this isn't a rip yet. Like those aren't big candles. Look at these gaps and goes. So there you go. All right, that's, I play where the opportunity is. People are like, oh, you're a crypto guy. It's like, no, crypto's boring right now. So I'm looking for the opportunity. The opportunity right now is presenting itself in gold and silver. That's and gold maybe not as spicy because it's already at highs, already hitting the target. Look at that. Dun, 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 dun. We're right in the 25.60. I think that was the target. We're there. What do I expect from here? I don't know. We could go up to 26.70. We probably need a pullback again. But was the way we got up here enough to push it on up higher? So there's a new potential right up here. It climbs the fib ladder. I always talk about this. So off this last pullback right here, we climbed up. We're hitting the 1272 and got the extension of the 1618 of the bigger swing. The 1618 of the current swing is at the top of the oval, funny enough. So we may see it rally up to that 2600 right there. The next confluence of fibs right up here, where the 2.272 and the 2.272 of both fib line sets are at the same general area there at 2677-ish, 2670, 2670. Let's just call it 2670 area right there. And then you climb on up. But there's a diminished probability that we're just going to keep ripping. Right there, gold. The 686, one swift move to there is like a less than 1% move right now. Like less than 1% of the time, we would see a move such as that right there. So set your expectations, all right? Like that's a rare move. Some of these giant moves are rare moves. So I have some trades in silver futures. I have some trades in SLV. I have some trades all over the place. So there you go. And my preferred way to play gold right now is with this baby, because this has a measured bounce setup. If you're new here, I got 2 main patterns I love to chase down in the market. One of those being the market roadmap pattern. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, link is in the description. It's like $5, or you can click on the button over here, my channel name, go back to the homepage and watch my favorite indicator, or however I did the face, and you can watch that. That's the market roadmap pattern. You can do that for free, and it costs your time to watch it, but so that's the market roadmap. One of my favorite patterns. The other one, the measured bounce. We make a move up, we make a retrace, we hold the 618 level, Right here, you run a fib from 0.1 to 0.2. Fib retracement tool, the 2-point tool, right there. It's on the menu right over here on TradingView, right there. We use that. Point number 1, point number 2. Find the 618. Price comes down, hits it, holds it, breaks back above the roadmap line. That's a pretty good indicator right there. And then the targets get ridiculous from here. I'm shooting for a very conservative 100 right now. I feel like that'd be 100, 110. That'd be pretty nice. Now, the real targets here probably going to be somewhere up here, 271. Now we're going to have to break above this prior high to get up even to the 110 area right there. Then we got 170, 270, 500. Yeah, those are crazy targets. That's why I'm like, if you're going to shoot for those, you're going to need time. Like 2032, 2035, 2038, 2040. It may take us a while to get up here. All right, right now, I have options out to here. January 26th, looking for just this conservative level right here at 110. Now I'm in the $60 calls, so I'm actually right here, and they're already up like 400, almost, maybe they'll be up 500% today. Up ridiculous amounts. I bought them down here because I saw this pattern. I've been watching this pattern for years, set up right here. It's set up. That was go time. There's the opportunity. I may never do another trade on it after I book the profit here. All right. I stock some of these trades, I stock as in hunt down some of these trades for years before the entry shows up. And I bought like I don't know. I know I have 50 calls in my one account, 50 calls in the other account. You have 50 more calls. I think I have 150, maybe 200 call. This is quantity. I either have 150 or 200 $60 calls on NEM out to 2026. Start doing the math on that. I bought them for like $1, and now they're worth like $5+. All right, that's the kind of opportunities I go and hunt down. S&P. Let's finally get back to the show, right? JT, get back to the show. So all trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Just because I predict it may never come true. Kind of suck. Kind of do this whole thing based on being able to predict the markets. And this presentation intended to be informational, educational, fun, entertaining, not a recommendation to be buying or selling anything. Stocks, options, bonds, forex, futures, cryptos, treasuries, stuff from gurus. Don't long them, don't short them, don't trade them, don't buy stuff unless you trust people. If you desire personal financial advice, hire and consult a financial advisor. It's not what I do. If you need to know what buttons to push, when to push them, you need to go hire somebody that has the certification to tell you what to do, teach you what to do. All right. That's not what I'm trying to tell you what to do. You should paper trade. There's significant risk of loss. Calendar's pretty benign this week. Not much until we get down to Jackson Hole out here later in the week. Right there. Starts right there on Thursday. Friday, we got the speech, and then wraps up on Saturday. That's kind of the major event of the week. As we discussed yesterday, the Fed doesn't care about us. They only care about the global financial stability of the market. All right. BitF. Oh, look at that one. That one's getting close to a new entry. And S&P right here, well above the danger zone yesterday. Well above. I mean, that was almost an FU candle right there. probably going, I mean, we've tipped the odds. Now, I had a Termite Trading Lab online meetup yesterday. Everybody asked me, what's up? What are you thinking? Now that we're above the danger zone, now we're above the line. Said 80% going higher. Target up here, 57. 20%. This will fail. And my real expectation, what I kind of expect to happen here, we'll see if this happens. Do this, do this, do that, or possibly that. Maybe here, maybe here. Then we'll see. Then classically, we would do this and then go for the extension up near 6,000. So watch for that. Watch for that. If these mess up, if anything fails or messes up or whatever, like we could just pop straight to here or straight to here or straight all the way up to 6,000. Like that's entirely possible. Possible. All right. What's in the realm of possibility? Anything's possible. Like in the market. Like we could close the market for the next 6 weeks and nothing move. I mean, it's possible. Unlikely, possible. All right. That's why anytime you take an options position, you should always size it for going to 0, because if they just close the stock market, what are you going to do? You're like, well, they're not going to close the stock market. Well, think back. Early this century, somebody flew airplanes into buildings in New York City and they closed the stock market for like 3 weeks. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. So be careful. S5TW back above the 80. I thought that might, I bet this goes for a new high. I bet this goes higher than this high back here even. I bet we break out to a new high on S5TW. That stock's above the 20-day. I'm going to go back, try to push near 100. I bet you. S5 FI, stock's above the 50-day, right up to the top. We may push out again. That's looking likely. S5TW still hadn't moved much. Stock's above the 200-day. Not telling us much. Dun, 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 dun. I don't have we don't have either of those here, so I don't really see news about Circle K or 7-Eleven. Funny enough, we don't have those here. And we had Pilot. We have like Pilot and Weigels, which were local companies, and Pilot combined with Flying J and then sold out their C-stores, the convenience stores, to Casey's. So now we have Casey's all over the place here just recently. Like that's only been like 2 years, maybe 3 years. And so we have Casey's, which is national, public company. And then we have Weigels, which is a local company that runs dairies. They have the best milk. I have to tell you. Like, tried milk all over the place. Weigels milk, best milk. Anyway, it's won like the Blue Ribbon in Tennessee for years. And it's even better than Mayfield's. ES right here. Overnight. Hovering. We got up here. We just hovered. Market reopened right here. Pushed higher a couple times. Probably going to come back down. Retest the 15-minute line out of the top of the danger zone. And then we'll see what happens up here. MSTR hitting the... Oh, is that hitting the target? I bet it is. Congratulations. Anybody that got on that one? Nice. I'm still going to hang on for a new high on that one. Moving on. So, yes, as long as we hold the 15-minute supports, 30-minute supports, 1 hour supports, 4 hour supports, daily support, we're still biased higher at this point. After crossing that point, we're probably going higher. Even if we made another dip, we're probably going higher right now. Only when we break this low at this point. Like, there'd be signs that we're going down. We start breaking all these roadmap lines. And 5 minute, we're below. So you got 15-minute, next support, and 30-minute above that. That would start tipping me bearish, all right? Like breaking all the roadmap lines. That's how it works. That's why I watch it. There's a support resistance line, major support resistance line in the market. If you just get the $5 market roadmap pattern, I stick on the daily chart, but it works all time frames. All right, it's the same pattern, same process, all time frames. If you're above it, we're looking bullish. If we're below it, we're looking bearish. Now the strength of the time frames goes up, right? Takes a lot of effort to move the market roadmap line on the weekly. Takes a lot less on the daily. Takes a lot less on the 4-hour, less, all the way down to the 1 minute, where, I mean, it's support and resistance, but it's not strong support and resistance. Is it tradable? Sure. Sure, it's tradable. Now, NQ, push through the zone. We did not make the high higher than this point right over here. Be another confirmation level in the market that we're actually going higher. There's still that 20% of doubt in my mind right there. Russell came right up to the danger zone yesterday. Thought I colored that red yesterday. Look at that, right up to it, especially this morning. Rejecting back down. It's one to keep an eye on right here. Start breaking down levels. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Actually going to set a alert right here. Give me a second. I need to type something in here. There we go. Set reminders for myself. I get so many alerts. Sometimes I gotta put reminders on what the devil the alert was. So oil, interesting here. Made a higher low. Definitely, it just muddied up this line. Probably doesn't even matter anymore. I removed all this stuff off here yesterday. Did not save it. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. We've got oil just kind of hanging. You know, I hate to say it, but that's a watermelon seed squeeze at this point. Highly unreliable piece of garbage pattern. I just don't like this pattern one bit. My least favorite pattern in the entire stock market right here. That's what we have set up on oil. Nasty, gnarly pattern. So if we hold this on out here, who knows what it's actually going to do. It's unreliable. I think we could pop, but we could also drop. The thing is, if that's a watermelon seed squeeze, and look at this, it goes all the way back here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I really don't like this. This goes all the way back here. So the breakout is going to be the mouth of this baby. You see back here, this one broke out, ran. The height of this thing. We're either going to pop with breakouts, or we're going to drop. That's the range on this thing at this point. That's a massive range right there. Absolute crazy. Absolute crazy. That's the potential. Well, the rally up to 123 or down to like 48. And it's unreliable. I'm sorry, Nikki and my friends that trade oil. Everett. Sorry. This is very unclear at the moment. took something that was relatively clear and muddied it up by continuing to do this watermelon seed squeeze. That's a very large range. I know for oil, extremely large range right there. I would give slight bias to going out the top, just based on geopolitical, but watch out for the bottom. Gold, as I talked about, we are at that long-term target. Next one's up. Right on up here. I mean, that's rocking and rolling, baby. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. This is one of those, like, you wonder, should I use logarithmic or not? Look how the fib lines dance around just a little bit. Log or not log. Not log, it actually looks a little better than log for gold. But that's not always the case for everything else. So sometimes you got to flip back and forth. Which one is obeying the fibs better? Now, why would that be? Because the same algos don't trade the same stocks, all right? Think about it. Humans created the algos that trade these stocks. If the human coded the algo with log mode when they did the fibs, it's going to obey those algos are going to obey the log mode fibs because they're coded that way. Whereas if the humans that programmed it didn't use log mode, maybe that respects not log mode fibs. Light bulb for a few of you. So maybe that's why we got to check both charts. And if you're not sure what the devil I'm even talking about, it's when you put your mouse down here in the bottom right-hand corner, it's logarithmic. Most platforms, if they're worth a darn in charting, have a button to flip between log mode and not log mode. Some platforms are very difficult to switch. I don't like to use those. This one, easy button right there, just flip in and out. Bitcoin, just getting a nice rally today, but still parked right on the roadmap line, not showing us any signs of doing anything until we get up here. We need a strong rally breaking above this line, all the way up here at like 70,000 at this point. Maybe like, what? Yeah. This will be the first indication we're going higher as a breakout above this high that we made back here on August 8th. Almost 2 weeks ago. Ethereum is still looking kind of bearish and like we might get a final flush. Dollar is on the way down. On the way down. Look at this one right here. We'll probably go visit. We may get a little bouncy bounce. Bouncy bounce off this one. But at this point, we're probably heading down to the mid-90s. Probably. It's not a lock. The Japanese stock market inching a little bit higher, a little bit higher. We actually closed it green yesterday. We were looking at it yesterday morning. It was a little red, I believe it was. And trying to push above. This one probably go higher when we break above this. Right there. It's also draw the same fib lines as always. That high, that low. We're sitting right at the 618. It's just like the U.S. stock market. We're in the danger zone. Get above here, that thing, we're probably going up to 44,000. Same exact pattern. It's just kind of crazy, right? All through the markets. Even in markets that aren't U.S. markets. Oh, look at that one. Wow. Fabrinet didn't show up on my anything, I don't think. Didn't make it above the 618. And then boom, right up to the target, 277. Lilly on the list right here is a ripper. 1,000, still the upside target. I am still long my shares that I bought down here. Looking for that to go. PANW. Oh, ho, ho, breaking out. Target's right up here. And it's not just the recent target. We're talking about the bigger target back here. It's a bigger one. 400, 410. It did a little bounce right there. And the bigger bounce back here. I am long 5 shares of that one. We'll make 30-something% on my money, probably. For those of you that say you can't make money trading shares, I think you need to reevaluate your life decisions. It's not a race, all right? Like if you play options, it's a high risk, high reward situation. High risk means you lose money fast. High reward means you make money fast. So on the whole, if you're making money and losing money fast, are you really moving the ball at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year? Is the ball moving very much? Shares, it's not high risk, not high reward. All right. It's kind of like if you pick your spot, it can be pretty nice reward. It can be lower risk if you pick your spot and you don't stay wrong. Something can still go to zero. All right. Like BurgerFi might go bankrupt. If you're in BurgerFi in a big way, you might be kind of screwed right now. Saw that in the Wall Street Journal. Top headline this morning. Maybe the BurgerFi International right here, BFI, might be filing for bankruptcy. That's a dumpster fire. Ouch. Look at 32 cents, 23 cents, 22 cents. Whew. Coinbase. Can they go to zero? Sure. Do they go to zero? Not if it's a quality company. Like BurgerFi, there's signs. Signs were all over the place. Losing money. Losing money. Even when they beat, they were losing money. Losing money. Losing big money. Where is any of these that show a profit? None of them. Oh yeah, $6. $6 a share. Holy fudge muffins. Coin, if we can get above the 618, probably rocking and rolling 300, 320. MSTR, get off the mat. Let's get rocking and rolling. We need Bitcoin to participate in a big way. This one can go right up to 213, 226, possibly 260. Has that 193, 203. Remember, don't stay wrong. If we start crushing it, watch out for a bigger flush. TTNP, that's a pharmaceutical and a dumpster fire with the reverse split right there. Tesla. Oh, if we can break out, get above this high. Breaking out right above the line, get above this high, gap fill. Probably setting the stage to go right up here. 346. I'm long Tesla with TSLL and some shares of Tesla. NMM. Oh, that's a beautiful chart. Right there. Probably going cruising to 55. NNE. Oh. Be careful. This one can easily make a lower low. There's not enough chart here to do much with, but that is the bubble pattern right there. That might be done. If you're new here, you don't know what I'm talking about, the bubble pattern. That right there, exponential up, consolidation, and drop right back down. See it right here? Look, I didn't draw this right here. I just Googled it. There's like 9,000 different instances that pop. Consolidation, drop. Happens over and over and over in the markets. Things bubble. It's like human. That's raw human emotion. Look at this right here. Look what you see. Everybody talking about the cocoa markets, how chocolate's going to be infinite dollars. What do you expect to happen next on cocoa? Simple. This one, it's dangerous. Could we push it on higher? It could. We could. Very much like the bubble pattern. Let's be careful. Shows up all over the place. AMD, we're at resistance. Support down here. If we can break above resistance, we may push up to here. If we get above this, all clear. We could go higher. I do have an upside target. Pretty lofty upside target for AMD. So everybody's like, you're so bearish on AMD. It needs to come down and do this measured bounce. Now, on the non-log scale, we got pretty darn close. On log scale, we need a little lower. I don't know which one. Maybe that was it. If that was it, look at the target. Right up there. 335. 335. Evoke. That's another dumpster fire. Right there. Remember, coming up at 5 p.m. today, I'm doing 30 minutes of awesome where I'll take your requests for at least 30 minutes, probably longer. So make sure that you subscribe down below, hit the bell with the notifications, and set an alert in your phone to come watch me at 5 p.m. if you want me to review your ticker. HA, Hawaiian Holdings, nice pop, but zoom out. That's a pretty crap chart. Not sure I'd get involved in that. Decliners. Oh, that's a bubble pattern. Look. Anybody see it? Right there. Consolidating. Probably coming back. That would be the likely path forward. Right there. I don't care what they do. I don't care what miracle drug they just came out with. That looks like the bubble pattern. CING. That's another dumpster fire. Times 2. I think we've talked about that a couple times this week. In the last couple weeks. BA. Still consolidating. Has resistance is the roadmap line. Support is right down here. This is a log mode chart. It retraced log mode, came up just shy of tapping the roadmap line. I mean, not the 618 line, excuse me, 618 line. I do kind of expect with this really strong resistance that we may do a final little flush, and it could poke just a little bit lower down to 150, maybe even down to 140, but I expect one more little flush, then we'll get the all clear, and then we'll probably go ripping out. This looks like it's not quite done yet on BA. DXCM. Dun, 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 dun. Still expect that one to dip just a little lower. PDD. That's going. That's fired off. Probably 172, 178 on the upside. Hey, Kimberly's here, my favorite subscriber. SBIT. Short Bitcoin. That looked like failure. And this may go lower, which would be a good sign for Bitcoin going higher. GovX was on the poppers list yesterday, now on the droppers list today. Watch for that to finish playing out and come all the way back down. It's a dumpster fire chart. Baba. Baba, baba, baba. If we can maintain a close up here, 93, 96, and then we can work on the bigger recovery potential with the higher low and possibly a move up to this area. But it may take 27, 28. DEO. That's just, it doesn't have a reverse split, but that's starting to look like a dumpster fire right there. Ooh. May go lower low. 89. All right, bonus trades. TQQQ. Check this baby out right here. Pull it down. We fired off. This is an entry today. Target is 92, possibly 98, possibly 120. Right there. Possibly. And everybody's like, all right, give us the statistics, baby. Look right here. Right here you go. So 97, target formal, target 90, 47. Stop 47. That's a wide risky trade right there. And 94% win rate with a 24 profit factor. So the wins are ridiculously bigger than the losses historically on 17 trades since 2010 right there. And the other one, probably my more favorite of the two, just because of the stability here. Look at this move. That move right there, closing here, 199. And here, the official numbers in target right here, 198.89. Like I said, 199 right there. Stop below 165. Historical win rate, 91.3. 23 days. These 54 trading days on average. This one, 38 trading days on average to get to the target, right? So on XLY, how long are we talking? Here's day one right here. Talking 54 days. Dun, 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 dun. 54 bars right there. That's 77 days, all right? It may take us 77 days to get from here up to here. You can play with options, but you need to have enough time. That's out to, you're looking at November, December as your time frame. If you're playing options, playing shares, good luck. There's your parameters. It's looking like we're going to get a market rally right up to the election. Then we'll see what happens. Then we'll see what happens. There you go. Awesome, Rongmer. Hope everybody has a great day. My bias for the day is still cautiously bullish. I think we're going to go at least tag that all-time high. May come up just shy. Probably do this and this. That's my primary pattern expectation right there. That's what I expect to happen in the next few days right there. All right. Awesome, Nikki. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. Remember, 5 p.m. Eastern. Set your alarm, set your reminder. Come back, hang out with me. We'll do it all again, except this evening, I'm going to take your requests instead of looking at my list. So, hope you have a great one. Be safe out there.